Matsushima Nahomi's curse. It's said that a member of the popular comedic duo Othello, Matsushima Nahomi, has a curse placed upon her. This curse means that anything Matsushima likes will fall to misfortune. Singers, sports stars, actors, you name it. If Matsushima likes them, something unfortunate will happen to them. Those in the entertainment industry even call her the White Devil. Matsushima Nahomi, born in 1971 in Osaka, is a member of the comedic duo Othello. She works regularly on TV and is a face most Japanese people would be familiar with. She's also, apparently, cursed. After a string of unfortunate events happening to those Matsushima publicly spoke of her fondness for, people started to joke that she was the White Devil. The white, in this case, comes from her claim that she was the white piece from the game Othello, while her comedic partner, Nakajima Tomoko, was the black piece. But what evidence exists of this supposed curse? Let's take a look at some of the people Matsushima has liked over the years, and what befell them after her public announcements of support. Ozaki Yutaka, singer, died 1 month later in 1992, aged 26. Hide, singer, died 1 week later in 1998, aged 33. Judy and Mary, band, went on hiatus shortly thereafter, then disbanded in 2001. Hysteric Blue, band. Guitarist Akamatsu Naoki was arrested in 2004 for sexual assault. Group disbanded soon after. Orange Range, band. Drummer Cut-chan left the group in 2005. They then released their last album in 2013 before going on a 5-year hiatus. Hamanaka Osamu, baseball player. Dropped as a Hanshin Tigers regular in 2007, then transferred to Oryx Buffaloes, a much smaller team. Oshio Manabu, singer, actor. Arrested for drug possession and neglect leading to a woman's death, sentenced to 30 months in prison. David Beckham, soccer player. Injured in 2010, kept out of the World Cup. A string of unfortunate coincidences, for sure. It would appear that Matsushima's curse extends not only to famous people, however. After buying her first horse race betting ticket for the horse Silence Suzuka, the horse broke its leg during the race and had to be put down. After announcing that she enjoyed K1, a martial arts competition, the founder was arrested for tax evasion. After announcing she wanted to appear on the TV show Dash Village, the Dash Village office was burnt down due to staff carelessness. As a child, at least 5 people a year jumped from the rooftop of the apartment building she lived in. A former boyfriend was arrested and sent to prison for fraud. When appearing on a radio program special about the supernatural, a ghostly face appeared in the window glass as she was laughing, scaring her manager so much that he quit. But that's not all. This curse seems to extend even to her comedic partner, Nakajima Tomoko. In 2011, she was accused of not paying the rent on both her personal and business apartments, and she stopped showing up to work as well, hiding herself away from the world. The media reported that she was living with a female fortune teller who had her brainwashed. This fortune teller supposedly drove a wedge between Nakajima and Matsushima, keeping them apart as Matsushima's popularity rose to new heights, while Nakajima's faltered. Othello was disbanded in 2013, but Nakajima slowly started to make her comeback in the entertainment industry as a solo performer thereafter. In 2015, she claimed on Downtown Now SP that she wasn't brainwashed, nor was she living with the fortune teller. Instead, she didn't have a written contract with her company, and they were increasingly in disagreement about their management policies. She didn't know how to leave them, so she stopped going to work so they would fire her. The fortune teller was simply a friend, and they didn't live together. The truth may never be known, but it remains another notch on Matsushima's long list of associated curses. There's no denying that numerous unfortunate events have happened to those Matsushima has given her public support to over the years. Is it really a curse? I don't believe in curses myself, so I'm more inclined to say it's a long series of unfortunate events that could easily be misconstrued as something else. It no doubt makes for an interesting story at parties, though. Higashihara Aki's death blog. Higashihara Aki, a model for Platinum Productions and wife of Olympic athlete Inoue Kosei, also runs her own popular blog on Amoeba. However, the topics she posts about are soon followed by misfortune, so much so that her blog has come to be known as the Death Blog. Higashihara Aki first debuted in 2003 as a model for Asahi Beer. Over the course of her career, she has modeled for various magazines and fashion lines, as well as worked on TV as a newscaster and personality. She also ran her own blog on the popular Japanese Amoeba website, although it appears she stopped updating it a few years back. It wasn't long, however, before this blog became infamous for the seemingly strange coincidences that followed her posts. Whenever Higashihara posted about a topic, it wouldn't be long before something terrible happened to that person, place, or event. Here are some examples of topics she blogged about, and the misfortune that followed shortly thereafter. This is a long list, so let's check it out. Myojin Maru food commercial. Their cup yakisoba line was found to be infested with bugs. She mentioned that Chinese stocks seemed to be on the rise. The stocks crashed. She worked as a chairman for the Birdman contest. The starting area was destroyed by a sudden squall while being dismantled. She worked as an assistant for the Birdman contest. The contest was cancelled. She went on a trip to Korea. The Korean won fell. She announced plans to study in England. The English pound fell. She posted a photo of a pizza from Saizeria, an Italian restaurant chain. A toxic chemical was discovered in their frozen pizzas. She went to England. Queen Elizabeth revealed to have lost £37 million in just a few weeks due to the financial crisis. She announced her support for Peter Aerts, a Dutch kickboxer. He lost to Bard Huddy. She went to the wedding of Fujiwara Norika and Jinnai Tomonori. They divorced. She posted about how the new terrestrial digital broadcasting logo was annoying and in the way. Kusanagi Tsuyoshi, the model and spokesperson for the change from analog to digital TV, was arrested. She recommended the comedic duo Joyman. Soon they were involved in a scandal and lost popularity. She dreamt of Sakai Noriko, a popular singer. Sakai was arrested on suspicion of possession and using drugs. She blogged about Sky Tree. The elevator failed on the opening day. She went to a McDonald's event. Bugs were found in food in US restaurants. She blogged about the snack Umaibo. Umaibo's factory caught on fire. She appeared in commercials for finance and loan company DIC. The company closed all stores. She acted as campaign girl for Asahi Beer. Asahi dropped from first place in beer sales. She participated in a penny auction. Complaints rose about unfair practices. She wondered if Michael Jackson would take his tour to England. Michael Jackson passed away. She bought an iPad. Steve Jobs fell seriously ill. She announced she would be landing in Miyazaki Prefecture. Shinmoe Dake erupted, disrupting traffic. She announced her support of blog rival Ogura Yuko. Ogura's ramen store caught on fire. She announced she was spending time with a family she met on Japanese social media website Mixi. Mixi's servers went down for a long period. She blogged about how swings, buranko, or blanco in Japanese, were scary at nighttime. Baseball player Tony Blanco broke a bone that same night. She randomly mentioned that even pandas neglect their children sometimes. The next day, Ueno Zoo announced the death of their baby giant panda. She promoted Jin's glasses. The company was hacked and people's credit card information stolen. She went to Tokyo Disneyland. The next day, they suffered their very first accident when a safety bar wouldn't go down and a man was injured. She remarked her daughter was mimicking comedian Sugi-chan. Sugi-chan suffered a thoracic spine fracture that took 3 months to heal. She posted about Tokyo Dome. The next day, Yomiuri Giants, whose home stadium is Tokyo Dome, lost the championship. She mentioned watching Crayon Shin-chan on DVD. Creator Usui Yoshito passed away. She posted a photo of a toy plane her son was playing with. 2 weeks later, the newly introduced Boeing 787 line was found to have several faults. One plane suffered from an electrical fire on board and was forced into an emergency landing. The entire fleet ended up being grounded. At this point, you would think that Higashihara probably should have stopped blogging entirely long ago. This list isn't even the entirety of the strange coincidences readers of her blog noticed over the years, but it gives you a good idea of why it came to be somewhat affectionately known as the Death Blog. It may seem reminiscent of Matsushima Nahomi's curse, where anybody she publicly supported soon suffered a terrible fate. In fact, this pair have been called by some the Devil of the East, Higashihara in Tokyo, and the Devil of the West, Matsushima in Osaka. Unsurprisingly, Higashihara herself is aware of what people call her blog, and has spoken on TV about how it's often on her mind. Her blog reached peak infamy around 2013 due to a rapid string of incidents. But as time went on, things seemed to have calmed down. And being that she no longer seems to post on her blog, entertainers and companies can perhaps sigh in relief that she's no longer going to bring about potential disaster for them, huh? But what did you guys think of this one? Are there any other legends, creatures, or ghosts you'd like me to explore? Let me know in the comments below, and if you'd like to help support this channel so you can see more content like this, please consider hitting that join button down below as well. Every bit of support really helps. Thanks guys, and I'll see you again next time.